welcome to Meow Mix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Jerry. A little soberer.
Yeah, a little bit of sober Jerry here. We're gonna put a bow on the Panthers Jags game from last week, I guess from 2 days ago, and give a little bit of a preview for the Cardinals. We've got a little bit of host being out of town this week, so we're gonna do our best to get you guys the preview. It'll be a bit of an abbreviated preview, but we'll do the preview, and then I'll be with you on Sunday to recap a giant Panthers victory.
Yes.
I'm sure that is what is going to happen.
We had planned this trip for about a year now. We're going to Disney World, take our 5-year-old, so yeah.
Disney World.
Yeah. Jay sent me a message basically on Twitter saying that there was no place in Disney World to watch a game. I was like, oh. He gave a suggestion outside, and I was like, I can maybe sneak away for a couple hours. I can't sneak off premises, though.
Probably not.
No,
probably not.
No, I want the home front quiet. I'll put it that way. I'll be watching the phone or watching the game on my phone in probably one or two lines, and that's
maybe you put like an AirPod in one ear, and then you just have the radio broadcast playing on the Panthers app.
Oh, there you go. Thinking ahead, yeah.
That's what you should do. But either way, Jerry's going to be at the happiest place on earth, and the rest of us will be watching Panthers. What's the opposite of the happiest place on earth? Oh man,
I'm sorry, that was great.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunately what it is. So that's what we're gonna do today. A little bit of news here, I guess, right off the top, Jerry, on the injury side of the thing.
Turk Wharton is suffering a hamstring issue and will be missing 2 to 4 weeks. That was kind of disappointing. He showed some flashes. I know we signed him pretty big, but
yeah, he wasn't having an amazing game before he went out, but he had made a couple of plays, and you just want all of the guys that we signed to at least make it out of week one, without an injury.
Yeah.
And, unfortunately, he was one of those guys that felt like might have been a bit of an overpay to bring him in, but we needed the run stoppability that he has. And, so either way, he's out a couple of weeks at least. So that sucks, but next man up, right?
Yeah, I mean, Bobby Brown Jr. was also brought in. I thought he played well. He helped, in my eyes, for the run defense. I haven't really looked at his PFF grades on what he did. I was going to surprise myself on that, but I assumed I mean, that's it. That's his bread and butter, man. He's a big...
He wasn't terrible. Yeah. Wasn't terrible.
So...
Yeah. We'll run through the PFF grades here in a few, but I did want to kind of just a little bit here talk about a few of the comments we got on our most recent podcast. Did you not want to do that, Jerry?
No. I was going to say, are you reading the comments through the text line, or are you reading from YouTube?
I'm just looking at YouTube right now. There's a couple that I wanted to call out. One from Keyhood223, who says the Panthers are a 4-3 defense, not a 3-4. So that can't be a reason why the scheme doesn't work. Well, you're wrong. The Panthers have a base 3-4 defense. That's what Evero runs.
And I think what he's trying to say there is a simple fact that, hey, we're running the wrong scheme for the players we have. And, I mean, I don't know. Evero's been here for a while. We've been trying to get this 3-4 off the ground since Rivera left. So...
Maybe that is what he meant. Maybe he said that we should be running the 4-3 and not the 3-4. Maybe I misunderstood that.
That's what
Either way, you are correct. Yeah.
I was like, when I read it, that's what I read. And I kind of agree. I do think we should kind of go back to the 4-3
100%.
Because it just doesn't seem like this 3-4 has ever worked here in Carolina in modern era. I know we ran the 3-4 with Dom Capers, but Dom Capers. Yeah. Some of players don't remember or weren't born when he coached. So
we did have at least one Jags fan comment. The real MVP 8082. I don't know why I'm saying that. He's not going to listen to this. He's a Jags fan. But he does say that essentially that this is a playoff team that we played here in week 1, the Jaguars, that they are definitely not a 5-win team. They just needed to find the right coach. So, hey, maybe that's the case. I will say they looked a whole lot better than we did.
That division looked weak at the beginning, but I mean, look at Houston, Texas. Look at
Indy played well.
Yeah, I mean, that'll be interesting.
We got a lot of comments about Dave Canales maybe not being the guy. Dave and Bryce, right? We got comments saying both. Just needed to stop with both of them now. Start over. I'm not ready to do that with either guy.
And it's way too early in the season. I mean, basically after 1 week, if we did do anything, you're just throwing away the season. You're saying, oh, we messed up, completely did everything wrong in the offseason. And there's plenty of teams that can bounce back. And honestly, if you look at the game, I took the first day, I was really upset. Second day, I kind of looked at some of the plays. There was quite a few drop passes. Bryce had a lot of good throws, but he also made a couple mistakes that weren't Bryce-like towards the end of last year. So I'm hoping they fix that. I do think Coach Canales, needs to rile these guys up better. And Evero, oh my God, if something doesn't change, you got to get going quick, because we spent
That's where
money.
I'd start. Yeah. That's where I'd start, is getting rid of Evero. If you're going to fire a coach, or you're going to make a drastic change to the staff or the team, I'd start with Evero. That's been the weakest spot on the team by far since he's gotten here, has been the defense, specifically the run defense. Didn't look any better Sunday.
I need
against a Jags team that doesn't have a superstar at running back. Like Etienne widely has pretty much been considered average at best and a bit of a disappointment. And he comes out looking all world against the Panthers.
I wish I had a start fact checker. Has there ever been an NFL team to rush for 200 yards and not win? I mean,
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. I think the Panthers did it last year.
That's just what I'm saying, is this team is just so insanely bad at the run, and you just can't. Yeah. You can't win giving up that much yardage on the ground. And that's Evero. They went, Dan Morgan spent money on the defense, got him the defensive players he wanted within reason. They didn't overpay for Milton Williams. So
right.
It's on you. If you can't turn this around quickly, he should be gone, in my opinion.
100%. I agree with you. Just a couple more here. I mean, the major sentiment here was disappointment. A couple guys or at least one guy, Jay Vanek, 8512. He's a little peeved that the Panthers have been celebrating the 2015 team for the last few weeks. It's like, hey man, like that was a decade ago. Well, that was like the best time. So I have actually watched a few of those YouTube videos, and I found them to be pretty nice to watch and reminded me of better times. So I'm not going to get onto them too much about that. And then I just want to end off here with Squeaky Cheeks 23, who is insistent that Hendon Hooker will be the quarterback by week 6. This is now, I think, 2 videos in a row that he has said this.
He did it on the NFL or our season prediction video. So, but either way, Squeaky Cheeks, we will bring you on for a small segment if that happens on week 6 Hendon Hookers. We will bring you on and to accept your virtual crown. We don't have money for a real crown, but to talk it up.
Hendon Hooker is starting for this team by week 6. It's going to be the Jerry and Squeaky Cheeks 23 podcast. Okay. That's all I have to say.
First of all, Squeaky Cheeks, love the name. Can't stop saying it.
Hello, everyone. This is Squeaky Cheeks, the Mailman's podcast. All right, let's move on.
All
Oh,
right.
thanks everybody. By the way, thanks everybody for the comments. We got a ton of them on this last video. It helps with discovery. We got almost 500 views on this video, which doesn't sound like a lot in the grand YouTube scheme of things when you're looking at millions of views for some videos, but for us, it's a lot. We do appreciate everybody coming and checking us out. So if you're new, welcome. Leave us a comment. Please subscribe.
Okay. Real quick, also, we have a couple text messages in from our text line. You can also text or leave us a voicemail at 980-494-0071. Again, this was suggested by a fan, and honestly, it's getting a lot of traction since we started.
Yep.
From 210 number, AC. We look horrible in the first half. Defense looks really bad. Can't stop the run or pass. Yeah, and that was the second half too, AC. I think that's Andrew.
I'm pretty sure that's Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Andrew.
Okay. I was like, I just don't want to just give it to someone who didn't. But all right.
It's definitely Andrew. It's like 3 messages up. He says it.
Okay.
That's definitely Andrew.
Hey.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I have another one here from RJ from Twitter. After today's dumpster fire, do you think we go 5-12, wishful thinking, or worse, the Bryce Young era comes to an end finally?
We talked about that one on the recap. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't think Bryce Young's era's come to an end yet. He has some chances.
If we go 5-12, I think his era comes to an end. I think that's what I took out of that message.
You think that? I do. I think if we go 5-12 and it's the defense giving up 200 yards per game, and he turns it back to what he was at the end of last year, like now, not.
I mean, if that's the case, sure. I guess there's scenarios that could play out where we could go 5-12 and both he and Canales could be back, but Evero would certainly not. Either way, I think Canales is back regardless of what happens. Like, unless they just go 0-16 or 0-17 or 2-15 or something just ridiculous, I think Canales is back, potentially with an entirely new staff around him. Izek, I never really loved the hire. It just seems like he's 100% a yes man to Dave Canales. I think he was his personal trainer, and that's kind of why he brought him with him. Like, that's what I read when they first came on board. So I wouldn't mind bringing in a more experienced offensive coordinator to kind of help create the offense. But number one would have to be defense. Get us back to the 4-3. It's just easier I feel like it's easier to put a good, decent 4-3 defense together than it is a 3-4.
It is. I think the 3-4 is a little bit more athletic, and it's a lot harder in the current NFL, in my opinion.
Now, you got to have like just a really, really good anchor piece. And we've got Derrick Brown, but like Derrick Brown's no Aaron Donald, right? And Aaron Donald made that defense what it was.
And we have no linebackers. Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
we have no true linebackers on this team.
Yeah.
Like Roseboom and Trevin Wallace probably aren't starters on close to 20-something teams.
Yeah, Trevin Wallace, by the way, just little spoiler alert, dead last in the PFF grades on defense. Dead last. Terrible game.
Also news, Dave Canales said he was trying to suggest to the defense to play some of the younger guys. Dude, you're the head coach. You don't suggest it. You say, hey, we have some really young players. We need to start seeing more of what they got. Especially when this came out. Like, you gave up so many yards again last week.
Well, again, so it's week 1, right? Like, they're putting out what they think is their best team. Certainly as the year goes on, if things like this continue to happen, we're going to see a whole lot more of Scorton and Princely and Ransom and all these guys. And I hope that we see a lot more of them in week 2, because the best team that we have got their asses kicked by I'm sorry, probably a 5 or 6 win Jaguars team. I really want to see more Nick Scorton. I mean, he flashed in the preseason. He's flashed at training camp. I feel like, Princely, he needs to be out there too, just because he needs reps, right? He needs NFL reps. And then Ransom, I think he's probably
the future
as good. Yeah, like he's a better talent for sure than Nick Scott. Now, Nick Scott didn't have a bad game, but Ransom, he seems to make plays every time he's out there.
Yeah.
At least he did in the preseason. So I'd love to see more of him as well.
And that's what you drafted him for, because he made plays. He wasn't the best overall, but he made plays. And with Gordon, I do want to say if they didn't play him as much because of that collapse long, you want to work him in.
Sure.
Completely understandable. Pumping the brakes on that's fine.
Yeah. He played 18 snaps, which was twice as much as Princely. So.
Yeah, Princely not getting more was kind of shocked, but I guess when they went, oh, they're not going to stop the run, we're not going to pass anymore, there's no real... Princely's not a run defender. That's something he needs to work on.
In fact, he had 8 snaps, and he does not have a run defense grade, so I think that every snap he played was a passing down.
Yeah.
It seems like.
And that makes sense right now. Like, obvious passing downs, put him out. I would like to see him a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because
I don't remember seeing him on the field.
I mean, let's look at the PFF grades real quick and go on defense real quick, because I also wanted to look at like Pat Jones. Like he was out there 41 snaps, had second worst grade next to Trevin Wallace, 49.7. Like, dude, you were supposed to come in here to start. You look like that. Trevin Morag, like, he made some nice plays, but at the same time, 66 snaps, third worst on the team of 51.0.
Yeah, apparently his like playing the pass was pretty terrible, but he did have a 76.4 run defense grade. So like the guys that, Morag, who we brought in, Turk Wharton had a 73, Bobby Brown had a 70.
Now connected to
So, I mean, these guys that they brought in to be better run defenders, it seems like they were pretty good run defenders, but everybody else was terrible.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
Specifically Trevin Wallace. Like, Trevin Wallace was pretty much across the board was one of the worst defenders on the field.
Trevin Morag had 7 targets, 7 catches, 79 yards. So he contributed to over a third of their receptions in coverage. A third.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
And then when they targeted J.C. Horn and Mike Jackson, they got nothing. Well, they got some, but I meant like they targeted him 3 times, and Mike Jackson allowed 2 receptions for 21 yards. Okay, that's good. You keeping them in check.
Yeah, between the two, 3 for 7 for 28 yards. Well, we're okay with that.
The starting corners, great job. Charles Smith-Wade kind of... Oh, go ahead.
And another guy commented on our podcast, and he was like, oh, Brian Thomas wasn't shut down. He dropped it. Yeah, he dropped 6 passes. You're telling me he was 1 for 7 targets, he caught 1. He dropped 6 passes? No. They played good defense on Brian Thomas.
And you could tell by the way that they're targeted. 4 and 3 and gave up 3 receptions. That means Lawrence was playing smart and targeting Morag and Charles Smith-Wade. That is a smart play. That's not a bad idea when you're realizing.
And Trevin Wallace.
But yes, sorry, Trevin Wallace. I can't see. Some reason my screen doesn't allow me to see Trevin Wallace's stats.
Oh, they were pretty bad. But yeah, Wallace, he was targeted 5 times, gave up 3 receptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, those 3, let's see, 14. So 19 targets, 14 receptions for those 3.
And so
that's crazy.
So we've talked about the coverage issue on defense. Let's flip over to the run defense. Worst run defense, again, Trevin Wallace. Not. Next, Mike Jackson. Okay, you're corner.
Corner. Okay.
I'm not terribly upset with that. I do like the fact that J.C. Horn likes to get in the mix, but Nick Scorton, that's not good. I mean, it's just no one did anything against the run. Except
Yeah.
Morag and Roseboom.
Right. Roseboom was the other one that I meant to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Those two had easily the best run defense scores, but just pretty average overall defense scores. I did hear today also that the Panthers by far had the least amount of pressure against the quarterback, 13%, which was the lowest in the league by far. Are they just not blitzing? Do they just not have the talent to get to the quarterback? Like where's the 13% is, I don't care what quarterback it is, they're going to have success against you if you're only pressuring 13% of the time.
I am going to tell you, I think this more falls on the line of Evero in the scheme he's running may not fit some of these players, and or he's not calling the right plays at the right time to get the pressure.
Yeah.
One of those things is happening because this defense is played a lot of other places where they get a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So it's either he chose the wrong players or he's running the wrong plays at the wrong time.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do you want to just kind of get, maybe we could just talk let's talk the top 5 PFF grades.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of wanted to go in depth on the defense.
No, I like that, yeah.
Top 5, not shocking. T-Mac up top. I mean, dude, you look like a number 1 right out of the gate. You looked awesome. You did have that one you considered a drop, which I just thought was an insane attempt out of a catch anyways.
Oh, what, the one-handed?
Yeah.
The one-handed one? No, I don't think that was a drop. I didn't say that was a drop.
No, in the end zone. He went for one. He had dove. He went one-handed instead of two-handed, and he says, that's usually what I catch. I'm sorry. And I was like, okay, that was a spectacular. It would have been a touchdown.
Okay. I don't remember that one, yeah.
You were already blackout drunk?
Maybe. I remember the one where he got his arm held.
Yeah.
He was trying to kind of
it was after. It was after. It was starting to get
okay.
garbage time where...
Gotcha. I may have just checked out at that point.
Robert Hunt, number 3, 74.1. Bryce Young, 71.1.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That's very interesting to me because I came away from that game feeling pretty bad about Bryce Young, but 71.1 PFF score is a pretty high score. And like you, I did kind of go back and look at some of the tape from him. And a lot of those throws were pretty on target. And there were just some poor plays by guys like Xavier Legette. I think I saw Jatavion Sanders drop one.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there were some drops out there. Tremble, of course, Renfro got at least one of them just knocked away from him.
And then there was another one where Bryce did kind of overthrow it. Someone said, usually if you have an X receiver out there or a taller receiver, that's a good throw. But he is 5'10". I mean,
yeah. It feels like we really missed Adam Thielen in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Just like your go-to when you need a catch, you go to this guy. Like they had T-Mac, and for the most part, when the ball got to him, he caught it. But you got to have another one of those guys. And Excel, 13th on this list, PFF grade-wise, a 53.9. I don't think he's got it.
I don't either, because in your second year not dragging that foot, you caught it at the hash mark. I could not make it from the hash mark on one step at all. I mean, that I know you're running fast, but come on, that's a mental hair. You needed.
Yeah, you got to fall. You just got to fall down and tap that toe. You got to give it up.
Mm-hmm. You got to take that.
Yeah, you have to. That's what they do in the NFL. That's an NFL wide receiver, a very routine wide receiver catch.
Yeah, I mean
that I don't know, just wasn't thinking.
I mean, at this point, do you see what Bryson Tremaine can do a little bit out there? I know he played a few snaps, but I would maybe see what else he could get. Like, I'm giving XL another chance this week, but if he starts making boneheaded plays, I would not target him 7 times like he did. I would go Renfro 7.
Like who else? Yeah, I mean, who else are they going to throw to?
You got T-Mac 1. Renfro's your number 2, and then JT Sanders as your number 3. I mean, on top of
I mean, all of a sudden, and we got some heat for saying, that we felt we were a little concerned about the wide receiver group now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little heat on one of our videos about that, but I think it played out in this game.
Yeah, I do too. I think the veteran presence was missing. I know Hunter Renfro's a veteran, but he's also working his way back.
Right, he's coming back. He's not 100%. And you could tell. I mean, he was gassed out there after a few plays. You could easily see it. That being said, T-Mac is the real deal. This was really nice to see. Had he caught that one in the end zone, he's probably got a 100-yard day, and things look very different. But he is going to be a star for a long time for us.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about him.
Yeah. Right before we jump on, Yosh Nijman, if we have to start him at left tackle again, we can just chalk it up to a loss. That guy was awful. He gave up, I think, so many pressures. And Austin Corbett, if you don't play better, I'm happy to get Cade Mays back in there because...
Yeah, let's throw Cade Mays or even Brady Christensen.
We have a short quarterback. We know this. Don't try to snap it to, like, the tallest quarterback of all time then. Like, it felt like every other down he had a high snap.
Yeah, Canales thought Neiman, it's Yosh Neiman, they thought he played fairly well based on the post game.
Well, that's good for him.
So
I don't agree.
Like, maybe he played. Yeah, he had a 38.4 pass blocking grade from your left tackle. That's not good.
Yeah, if you watch the game, he was just getting. He was not.
Now, he did have an 80.8 run block grade.
Oh yeah,
which is best on the team.
But
that pass block grade was rough.
But we didn't run the ball after that first drive, realistically, like one or two here and there. So
that's true. Austin Corbett, not only was he terrible at snapping, but a 27.7 pass block grade. So you got it coming up the middle, and you got it coming from the left, from the blind side. Chuba had a 27.1, and Rico had a 14. You're not getting any help from your backs in terms of blocking. Hunt was good. Moton was good. Damian Lewis was good. JT Sanders had a really nice pass blocking grade. That's great to see from a second-year player who one of the knocks on him coming out of college was he wasn't a good blocker. So really nice to see that. Yeah. All right. Are you ready to put a bow in?
I am ready to put a bow in this game. Move on. Again,
move on.
I am kind of glad after today or after a day or two. Like I kind of like look back and it's not all doom and gloom, but it was ugly. It was a bad start to the season.
It was tough. It was a tough one to swallow, and in the moment especially, it just felt so much like last year. But you're right. Like going back and looking at it, taking a little bit of time, watching a little bit of tape, getting some reactions from people who know way more than I do about football,
especially like
and they're not
guys.
all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Right. I'm despite myself, am excited for this week against the Arizona Cardinals at 4:00. Another flipping 4:00 game.
Well, I'll be waiting in line either way.
Right, doesn't matter for you. maybe Evelyn will be so tired that you'll have to go back to the hotel and you can, give her a 3-hour nap.
That's gonna be like day 3 or 4 in a row of going park hopping and stuff. Yeah, like that. That's a possibility, man.
Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired, honey? Aren't you tired? You gonna go take a nap? Daddy will take you to take a nap.
Honestly, Dad might go take a nap at that point too, even if the game's on.
That still might be a better time. Well, we do not have any injury reports here. They have not dropped yet. So I think I did hear that they want Icky to play.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, supposedly they're going to get him out practicing. It sounds like had that been the Super Bowl last week, he probably would have played type of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
likely he'll be out there. And remember, it was appendicitis. Like it wasn't a soft tissue injury or something.
Oh, no.
Although I guess the
Yeah,
appendix is
like,
soft.
and I don't blame them for sitting him if he wasn't ready. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
surgery, even if it's a
sure.
minor surgery. I mean, let's be honest. Back 50
Yeah.
years ago, that could kill you probably.
The only people who say minor surgery are the ones that are not getting the surgery.
Yeah.
Right. Every surgery feels like a major surgery. All right. So where do we want to start this? We don't have the injury reports. We just want to go straight to gambling for the children. Look at the lines.
Yeah, let's go straight to the line. Oh, wait, I have a trivia for you. I apologize.
Oh, all right. You look up the trivia while I pull up the lines.
All right, got the trivia ready. I remember it.
Do it.
Since the year 2000, the Arizona Cardinals and the Panthers have been a regular playing opposing each other. For a non-division opponent, how many times do you think they have played since the year 2000?
Are you including playoffs?
Yes.
Since the year 2000.
Mm-hmm. And this is 2025, so in 25 years.
25 years, non-divisional opponent, but in conference. I'm going to say, including playoffs, 25 years, 11 times.
20.
20 times?
Yes!
In 25 years?
Yes.
Holy moly. That's
2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2009 again in playoffs, 2010,
Okay.
2011, 2013, 2015, 2016, 2016, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2024. What?
So that's not even including this year.
No!
That's
So
crazy.
21, you're right. I'm sorry.
Wow. That's got to be the most of any non-divisional opponent that we've ever played.
Obviously, because
It
I
has
was
to be.
like, man, I feel like we're always playing them.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do some research and see if there's any more than that. I know for a while there, it felt like we were playing the Seahawks like twice a year. I know it wasn't that, but it felt like it.
Yeah. And
That's crazy. Wow. 21 times. What's our record?
15, 6, and 0. And before 2000, we played them one time.
That's interesting. We were in the NFC West too for a few of those years. I guess they probably weren't.
That was
wow. All right.
That was our fun little
Interesting.
trivia today because I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a good, that's a fun one.
21 times. Man, oh man. And we're 15, 6 and 0, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not bad.
I
All right.
deleted that
It-
site, so I can't go back and
Yeah,
tell you
okay.
anything else on it.
Well,
Sorry.
it does feel like, I mean, that we've played them exceptionally well over the years.
Yeah, it was 15 and
which is
6.
borne out over the stats, yeah. Especially in the playoffs. I don't know if they've beaten us in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
In fact, I'm pretty sure they haven't beaten us in the playoffs. But they are 6.5-point favorites to beat us this week. Over under is 44.5. I mean, I don't have any.
no, I have nothing.
I don't feel any way about this game. I do want to look at rushing props because that feels like where the money will be made.
This is, I agree with you. That is 100% my thought. But the problem is, it's not out yet. On DraftKings, where we're doing it, they have longest rush yards,
Yeah.
first carry, but they don't have overall rushing yards yet.
That's interesting. For first carry, over under 3.5 yards for both. Longest carry, over under 14.5 for both. That's kind of interesting. I feel like James Conner's not one of the best backs in the game or anything, but
No,
like I feel like he's been around for a long time too.
I do like that Kyler Murray over under longest run 11.5 yards.
Yeah,
I mean, I could easily see him getting that.
for sure. Yeah.
Man,
Uh,
I guess we got to take a money line or over under, or we could just
yeah,
wait and do it
there's
later
some
on.
true. We could do it off. All right. Let's just say. I mean, are we thinking? We usually like to do a little parlay. Are we thinking money line or spread as one of those legs at least? Do you think the Panthers can cover?
I think the Panthers can cover. Hopefully, if our defense does something. Crap, maybe not.
Remember, this is for the kids. This is for the kids.
Yes,
So
I know.
think about this. If your bet could save a child from cancer, would you bet that the Panthers would cover or that the Cardinals would cover?
I would say Cardinals just because I really am terrified of our defense right now.
Same. Oh, man. Okay, well, I think we'll have to probably take this offline. There's just not enough.
Not enough bets
not
out
enough
there,
out,
and I
yeah.
think the props when we get the props for like Kyler Murray running yards, I think that's the play. To be honest with you, they're gonna probably put it
Yeah.
at like 30 or 40, and he's gonna hit 50 or 60 easy, in my opinion.
He very well could. Connor as well. I'd like to see the rushing because I think Connor last year, I think had over 100 yards against us.
Yeah,
I mean, that just seems like an easy bet every week.
I-
Is opponents rushing yards?
until they stop us, but don't see that. I mean, that's kind of one of my keys of the game. Moving on after the gambling for the children, as again, we'll do that offline. They have to slow down this rush attack with James Conner and Kyler Murray. On a normal defense, I would say James Conner I'm not worried about at all. But with this run defense, he's still going to probably scratch 100 yards.
It seems like anybody can. I mean, we just have a very porous run defense, and James Conner, again, he's not the best running back in the world, but he's been around for a while. He is going to get the majority of carries there. He'll probably get 15 to 20 carries. If they're smart, he'll get 25. And, 4 yards a pop, that's 60 yards if he's got 15 carries right there. So I feel like he's going to have a good game. But if the Panthers can figure out somehow how to stop that run, put some points up on the board themselves to force the Cardinals to not be one-dimensional and just run the clock out, that feels like where it is, right? It's those two things. Can the Panthers put some points on the board to force the Cardinals to throw? And then if so,
we're in
can
this.
yeah, can they turn the ball over? Right? Can they win the turnover battle, which is the second key to the game here? Obviously, we didn't do that week 1. Lost 3-1. Bryce is going to have to take care of the ball better.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what it comes down to. Don't make smart decisions. Like, don't throw the ball out of the end zone on 4th down. Don't force a throw into, Hunter Renfrow when it's not there, or Rico Dowdle.
Don't stare down a receiver so hard that the safety comes from 5 yards back to pick you off on a shorter pass because he read it. I mean, he obviously read it.
Sure, you could see it.
I threw it to him for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that would be the second key. Win the turnover battle.
Mm-hmm.
Third key?
I'm going to put this on everyone.
Yeah.
Be ready to play and act like it. Canales, coaches, players. It just felt like they didn't have their game plan in order. It felt like they didn't know what they were doing last week. It felt like we had the rookie head coach, not the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Canales, you've been here last year. Act like it. Come on, man.
Yeah. And I think that even kind of goes into, like, let's get these play calls in quicker. Let's get to the line quicker. Get to the line with 7, 8 seconds left on the play clocks, or even 10 seconds left on the play clock. So you can make those adjustments at the line, Bryce.
And Bryce is supposedly good at that. He's a good processor, so he needs to see the field before 1 second snap. So if it's a communication issue, getting it in, you got to work on. If it's you deciding a play, you got to start being quicker. I mean, this point blank.
100%. Especially early in the game. Like, there's those first 15 plays should be scripted, right? Like, there's no reason to have any issues in your first couple of drives. Just get out there and get it going. But yeah, that's if I see Bryce consistently snapping that ball with 0 on the play clock, I just know we're not going to win. They're just not in sync. Like, get him out there, get him in rhythm. Let him throw the ball around. Let him go down the field a little more. I mean, he went down the field a little bit in this game, but I don't think any of them were to excel. I think a couple to T-Mac, one to Renfro.
I was going to say
maybe
that
one
one
to
to
Sanders.
XL that he didn't drag his foot was pretty deep. I'd say a 20-yarder. I don't know if that's deep in your eyes, but
Okay, I didn't know that was 20 yards. That felt more like 10, 15. But yeah, either way, I'd like to see some vertical passing in this game. It feels like, the corners for Arizona are not amazing. I mean, they're okay, but they're not. Our corners are better.
I think Will Johnson's going to surprise a lot of people. I think that may have been a steal in the draft. He had a really good game last week, if I remember correctly. I've got off PFF stats, so I shouldn't have done that. But so it'll be.
I had them up. Let me see. I've got their stats up here. Defense. Yeah. Well, shit. Wow.
Okay. Wow. Yeah.
45 snaps for him. A 90.2 grade. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. That honestly, when he fell in the second round, I wanted him so bad. I knew we wouldn't take him. I would have been happy to trade back in the first round and get him. I thought that guy was going to be stud. So
okay, yeah, I was looking at something else and didn't remember that Will Johnson went there.
So that's going to be a fun rookie on rookie.
Wow,
that's going to be a fun watch if they put Will Johnson on T-Mac, rookie on rookie. That'll be a fun game inside the game that I'll have to watch. Late at night at a hotel room.
He got a 90.2, but he did give up 4 receptions on 7 targets, only for 32 yards. No touchdowns. He had a couple of pass breakups. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he maybe just shut down. But I mean, 7 targets. That's a lot of targets.
I mean, he was. If he was on Chris Olave, let me see. I mean, Chris Olave, yeah. Chris Olave only ended up with 7 receptions, 54 yards. And they threw the ball 46 times, so.
Yeah. Well, Tyler Slough or whoever
Spencer Rattler
throwing the ball for them. Spencer Rattler, okay. Yeah, it's not, not the greatest competition in the world, but hey, we've got Bryce Young, so maybe it's just as good. Either their other corner, Max Melton, he was a good bit worse, although still not terrible. So, yeah, interesting. Will Johnson. Well, that'll be fun to watch Will Johnson. We had the rookie on rookie a little bit in week 1 with Hunter versus T-Mac. So I think we'll get a lot more of that here in this game.
Some positive news is they did give up 4.9 yards per carry last week on the run game. So fingers crossed Dave Canales remembers that he can run the ball even when he's down a few points.
That sounds like a great day. Only 4.8 yards per carry?
For us, yes. Amazing. I meant for them. Like, they gave up 4.9. That's
what I'm saying. I'd kill for that. Just kidding. All right. Well, let's see. I think I'm good with the keys. You want to move on to predictions?
Sure, we can move on to game predictions and bold predictions. I'll let you go first on your bold prediction.
Yep. Bold prediction from me. I think that Bryce gets this one back under control. Put some points up on the board here. I think Bryce has a very good day, over 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no interceptions for Bryce Young.
I am going an opposite way. I think it's going to be a mirror image of last year. Chuba Hubbard runs for over 150 yards.
Oh, wow. Good prediction. All right, game predictions. Who you got?
I'm going to go Cardinals. I think 26-23. Wait.
Listen.
29-23. I'm going to give them a little more points. Just I was like, 26? Can our defense do 26 again? I was like, no. Nope, not again.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cardinals are a better team than the Jaguars.
I do too.
They have much better talent. This is a game that the Panthers will likely lose, but you know, this is a Panthers podcast, and I really want them to win, so I'm going to pick the Panthers. 11-4.
11-4?
Yeah, this
isn't
just as likely as anything else if the Panthers actually win. Two safeties.
Two safeties. I'm trying to think. 3 field. So you're expecting a 3 safety game?
No. 2 safeties, and then for the Panthers, a touchdown with a 2-point conversion, and then a field goal, just to go up by 7.
Okay.
I bet that would be a scoregami. That would definitely be the first time that's ever happened.
Oh man.
No, but I think a low-scoring game. If the Panthers win it, it'll likely be a low-scoring game because we're not going to be putting up any points.
See, I think the opposite. I think we can put up points. I'm feeling better about the offense with a left tackle out there competent, and I think Austin Corbett hopefully is.
Does Jacksonville have a good defense though? And they held us to 10 points. I feel like they don't have a good defense.
I think their defense is better than you think. I think they're overall good.
I mean, I hope they are, but I don't remember, like, they didn't come in as a defensive powerhouse.
No. And so I don't think the Cardinals defense is that good either. They do have Josh Sweat now, and so I mean, I don't know. It's so early. It's hard to really tell what's a fluke or what's real. I mean, again, they only put up 20 points on New Orleans, and they gave up 13 to Spencer Rattler and the Saints. Knock on wood.
True. Yeah, those are good points. All right, 11-4 Panthers. Gonna happen.
I have no words to that. All right, let's take a quick look around the NFC South while we still can. San Francisco 49ers and the Saints are playing at 1 o'clock on Fox.
San Francisco only a 4.5-point favorite in that game. That feels like easy money to me.
Yeah, I do too. Maybe that's what we need to do is bet on that game.
Just bet on the other games.
I mean, it is for the kids.
True. I mean, this next one I think is bettable as well.
Falcons at Vikings, Minnesota 4.5.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that is at home, and it is a night game, Sunday night game.
Oh yeah.
And it's always hard to play in Minnesota, especially a game like that. Okay, we'll stay away from that one. And the next one is a Monday night game.
Buccaneers at the Houston Texans. I mean,
Houston 2.5-point favorite. I feel like the Bucs are way better than the Texans.
Yeah, I would take the Bucs. Just straight
Maybe
up.
we just parlay like 49ers and Buccaneers. I mean, that's like at least got to be fairly close to even odds.
49ers. Are were we just taking the money line or the 4.5?
I would do the spreads.
Money line, and I'm sorry, I was hunting down the other one.
It's in there.
Okay, I had to find it. That's why. 2-pick parlay, going $10 to win 36.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah, I know we usually bet on Panthers, but I didn't like anything on our.
Yeah, I have no feeling about this game other than I just hope that we win 11-4. I mean, that's the best. I wouldn't bet that exact score though.
I wouldn't either.
Not do that.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope. Have fun solo on Sunday. Hopefully you'll be happy.
I hope so.
I have a feeling I will not be, no matter what, as I will be in a hot sun in long lines.
Maybe the happiest place on earth.
And my 5-year-old gets on my nerves.
We've been waiting. I was like, I think the kids need to be 7. Feels like that's a good age.
We thought 5 because she's still into princesses and stuff like that. Like once you get a little too old for princesses, but we wanted her to remember it, and I think this is why we decided to go at 5.
Well, remember this, kids. You can never be too old for princesses.
You don't have to be. Just
Princess
look at
Leia.
Caleb Williams. What? Princess Leia? Oh, yeah.
Princess Leia. Never too old for Princess Leia.
If you want to, you can text or leave us a voicemail at 980-494-0071, trying to get us back on the rails of saying goodbye. Thank you for listening. If you like the show, please let your friends know to help the pod grow. Please follow us on Twitter at MeowMixPodcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com. Leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts. We'll read it on the show. Please like and subscribe on YouTube.
I will be back at least on Sunday. I may have someone with me. We'll see how it goes. But hopefully we'll be talking about Panthers victory. If not, then be here all the same. And until then, everybody stay safe out there and keep pounding.